Hello guys, welcome. My name is Sammy and well, my name is not Sammy, my name is Ruben, but most known by Sammy from everybody. Every single one of my friends calls me Sammy, so why not all of you as well. So welcome. This is my first time making a video for YouTube, so I know nothing about it. So sorry if it's not the best, but it's what I know how to do. So I mostly know how to do photography, as you're going to find out early on out of a few videos that I will make in the future. I put my hands in quite a few things, so I'll do a few bits here, a few bits there. So but this video is not about photography at all. This video is about a bit of an introduction about myself and what I like to do as a hobby, as in person as well, and for today we're gonna start this because recently I've been enjoying a few RCs, to be honest, and it got me into it. So that's why behind me it's this little thing here that I've built recently. This is my first one, to be honest. It's a double PL, but this little thing, it's been totally tuned up. You don't even imagine what this thing can do. This thing has such an it's just unbelievable what I was able to do with this. With a bit of my knowledge on mechanics, I've just built a tiny bit of a crazy ass thing. But as you will see, this is for another video. But what she was before, she can stay there, she won't go anywhere. And well, I think she won't go anywhere. No, she won't. She's right. And but this video is not about her, it's about something else that I got. So we're gonna start my first video about RCs with a restoration. My first restoration, basically. And I got just the thing, because I'm a bit of a, I love my old stuff. The stuff we built nowadays, sorry guys, it looks pretty, but it's crap. It doesn't last, man. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Or it falls into pieces, or you have to replace every single electronics on it all the time. It's just. But let's not talk about it. So I got a very, very, very special thing, and it cost me a bit to get this one. Actually, this was a find, and for what I got it, and I fought for it because I couldn't find too much about it. I found 2 or 3 chassis of people that are kind of restoring it. I don't call it restore it as what it is, as they found it, and try to restore things as it is. No, they polish all the aluminium, they polish they change every single screw, and they polish every single thing as it just came from shelf. That's stop like that. That's not what I do. Totally not. Right? You think you by doing that you take all the age out of things. Right? You're making a brand new. Why not just get that, making one yourself? Why polish all that and bring it brand new and take all the glory that he had from all these years? So don't polish things like that, guys. Right? Try to restore it to his glory. Right? And make it look good. Right? Keep all the patina. Keep everything as it should. Right? Make the cleanup, but keep every single screw as you can, everything, even if it had been modified, right? If it's a good modification, just keep it, right? Because it's as they've done it back in the days. Guys, don't modify things just like that. Ah, this looks good, yeah, I'll put that, I'll quit this. That is not a restoration, right? That is a fix for you. So that's not a restoration. So let's move on. A lot of chatting, alright? So guys, I'm gonna just move to pick him up and show you guys what I just got recently. Now, I have it for about 4 days now. It has been sorry guys, I had to move on. I really did had to move on this, right? Because guys, I have it for 4 days now, and it is amazing. And the motor was proper seized. When I say proper seized, it was really seized. It was dried for more than. I bet this thing has been stopped for way more than 30 years. Way more than 30 years. And it was proper seized up. Proper seized up. But nothing that 4 days of a WD bath wouldn't fix on it. So guys, I'm going to just put the camera down a bit for you guys to see what we got. Here we go. Hope all of you guys can see what it is. So I'm going to take the sheet because unfortunately it came out of place, but as you expect out of a thing like this, it's expectable actually. So we have here as you see the Mardave Capri, right, and dated because it comes with its own instructions from the time, and it comes dated with, wait, wrong side, there, 1972. Guys, this is the second year that Mardave had been open to public as an RC car builder. So guys, this is one of the recent models of one of the most recent models of Mardave. And I couldn't find much of it. Not many of it survives, and if it is, people don't know about it. Honestly, that's why one of the reasons I want to make this video and show to people how things were back in the days, and like these instructions, guys. This is just unbelievable, guys. Look at that. This is just old-fashioned instructions, guys. Look at that. This is just amazing. You know, I have a lot of reading and a lot of head cracking to understand what all this is about. You know, because this is this is how the chassis will have to be built. How I should put every single screw, what type of screw it is, well, what it is, what it's not, and a few drawings here tells me how the throttle works, how it goes. The throttle goes in from here into there with everything on. So honestly, I'm just loving it. I really am just loving it. So, and that's another sketch how the brake is, how the brake should work. So that is just, it's just basically, you can totally see this is a handheld. This is a handheld drawing. If you know, here, sorry, I was aiming down. So this over here, this is the throttle, as I was telling you. This is the throttle line, and this is the brake line that they're showing up here. So this is the brakes. So look at that. That is my brake right there. Look at that. That is my brake spring, and all that over there. So it's just quite good, isn't it? So I'm just impressed with everything, to be honest. How everything came and how everything is, it's great instruction. You can totally see somebody hand draw all these. How the front box was. So that's one thing you got wrong, and I noticed straight away when I open it. This was supposed where my front server was supposed to go, and my front server now it's on the back here. This is where it was supposed to be, and now mine is about there. and I have something there now that I'm going to show you guys what it is. But that's me being me. I had to go. It's mechanics, isn't it? I love the look of that. Look at that. So sorry guys, honestly, if one of you guys need the instructions for these, for you to know exactly, just talk to me. We can arrange something, honestly. I don't mind at all. I can share these, no problems at all. This is just amazing. And that's what it is. And bloody hell, it's just less shit right there. So it's just great. So part of the introductions of the instructions, let's go for the vehicle. By the way guys, before I open this, it's not on his original shell. Unfortunately it's not, but it is a great shell anyways, because the shell that it came a few years later, not too many years later, but it's from the date, so happy days. I bet he smashed the other one. So voila guys, here we go. Look at that beauty. I cleaned a little bit of the dust already because it was covered in dust. It's just a few fingerprints here and there from whoever been. Could tell that somebody already been tried in the old time. Somebody way before, or a few years, more than 10 years ago. I can tell that by the way that the screws were rusted. Right? Nobody's been messing with them for way too long. Right, so, but way before that somebody tried to open this and put it to run, but he unfortunately he couldn't be able to unseize the motor, so that's why I think he just quit and put it into a corner. So here you go boys. This is a very one of the first shells, as I found out, right, it was very hard. I just found one image of a shell of this, right. This is old. This is pure plastic. This is the old-fashioned white plastic that, you know, but it's it's not brittle. That's one thing I really did love. The plastic, it's not brittle at all. So it has all this flexibility. So it has been kept on the shadow, on the nice garage, on fresh, not on the heat or anything like that. So it's not bent or anything like that or anything. And look at that, it has no chips on the front at all. Look, it has a few scratches there, but that's about it. So this thing, and I know it's the Porsche, right, because somebody read that Porsche, but I'll tell you guys, this is the Porsche 935, as I found out, right, one of the earlier versions of it, that it didn't had the tail. So it didn't come with a tail, this one. So with the features to put the tail on. So if you know what I mean. So this is how the shell would have come off. If you wanted to build a tail for it, you could have built it and stuck it yourself. So, but this is not the case of it. So this is how it was and how it came. So this is the shell as it is. It's beautiful. I'm not gonna mess with it. I really ain't gonna mess too much with this, because as a professional detailer that I am and a bit of mechanic, as paint wise, I could tell whoever paint this use real paint, not can spray paint, because totally not can spray paint, right? Not the greatest of paints, but this is pure car paint. I can tell that because where it's chipped, unbelievable, it's chipped on the back. Right, somehow it's been chipped. But on the back, I think it's been dropped somehow. That's not racing chipped, and that looks a bit recent, to be honest. Them too. So I think somebody must have dropped these recently, and I can tell it's not spray paint, because if I start doing that, right, it doesn't come off at all. Right, it's not that it starts chipping and chipping and chipping, that it never ends. Right, it's quite strong paint, so I can tell that I can put a bit of a polisher on this and clean it nicely, right, and gloss it. That's basically my idea. It's that, and look at them, look at that work, guys. Look at that work. Look at that.